What's up, people? It's your girl Adiola. Before we get started today, I was just a bit confused by this poster that I saw online. They said Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 welcomes you to the reception ceremony for the arrival of COVID-19 vaccines in Nigeria. I said, what? Okay. I'm just like, wow. So this is great. This is great. We're having a ceremony for the arrival of vaccines in Nigeria. I'm very glad. But after eating jollof rice for the arrival of the vaccines, honestly, I'm hoping that we will also start working on making our own vaccine, because I strongly believe that we have the brain, we have the manpower, we have the people that we need that can come up with solutions in Nigeria as well. Amen, somebody. So congratulations to the organizers of this ceremony, so long as the poster did not cost millions of naira or the ceremony. Phew. So me, I'm up for it. Anything that will cause us to eat jollof rice together as a nation, I'm up for it. Next time, invite me. Now to the first issue of Zoze, please move closer. Put up the photo of my mother, Bonnie, Auntie Abikena Biri. You know, very beautiful woman. She's the head of the Nigerian in Diaspora Commission, appointed by the government, you know. So I saw this video of my auntie Abike announcing to the world. She said Nigerians abroad whose Nigerian passports have expired, if they are dual citizens and they have foreign passports and they want to go to Nigeria, they can just come to Nigeria. They will be issued visa upon arrival once they land in Nigeria.
You can come to Nigeria as long as you're a Nigerian with any passport. So if you're a dual citizen, you don't have to look for a visa. Just come to your country, then you pay visa on arrival.
As in, that is just wonderful. What a progressive thing to do. Let's hear more.
Whether if you have a dual citizenship, even if your Nigerian passport is expired, as long as you have proof that you're in Nigeria, it could be your father's birth certificate, it could be your father's passport, you're free to come home. So you don't need the hustle of going to get a visa to come to your country.
Thank you, Jaya, in case you're watching. You are a mother indeed. This is great. I mean, Ghana has been issuing visa upon arrival for years now. It's about time Nigeria should start doing that as well. So thank you so much, my mother. That was how I posted this video on my Instagram page and my Facebook page, so that Nigerians can be aware. Only for Nigerians to start saying Loriro, that means it's a lie. They are saying once you get there, they will show you pepper. I said, why are some Nigerians so negative? How can you be so negative? This one is positive news, okay? In any case, that was how one of my aunties took up on what Auntie Abike said, and she went to Nigeria with her American passport, because you guys know it's so hard to renew your Nigerian passport here in America if you don't live in New York or DC, where the embassies are. Also, the New York embassy has closed down for weeks now. They said because of COVID-19, they should be open back by now, right? Hopefully. So my auntie went to Nigeria with her American passport too, hoping to get what? Visa upon arrival. You will not believe. When auntie called me, she said, Adiola, there was no visa upon arrival. I said, the devil is a liar.
Oh, for real. Ní visa kankan o lè ní gbogbo wọn irọ́ náà pa, mo bá wọn wọ́ anything. 1 a.m. mo tó wọlé.
Can you imagine? I said, what just happened? What just happened here?
Bus stop by bus stop ní Nigeria works tí Ọlọ́run ṣàánú wa. Kò sí visa kankan arrival wọn halẹ̀. Wọ́n gba passport àwọn èèyàn wá fún wọn fọ́ọ̀mù kan fill. Said to us now, that one don't mean anything. It was so bad, Joe.
Like, seriously? So there's no visa upon arrival, but the government announced that there is visa upon arrival. Auntie Abike, in case you are watching, let me look at Auntie Abike. I'm sure you are not aware of it. No. She cannot be aware of this. I'm sure that she's not aware. So customs people are just asking passengers for money. You see, when we are going to Nigeria from the abroad, we have to pay so much money for flight tickets, pay for extra luggage, those of you that want us to bring kulikuli and epa. You know, some people will spend everything that they have just to make it back to Nigeria in one piece, only for some people to be asking for bribe at the airport. Stop giving us bad name, bad rapport. This ain't right. Auntie Abike, in case you're watching, please, you must do something. Benny, I know you don't make the law. You just announce to us what is to happen, but you cannot announce something and then it is a different experience when people get there. You have to talk to some people that make the people involved, the people in charge, the people that can make this happen. Auntie Abike, help us to tell them what people are facing at the airport. And if your experience is different, please put it in the comment section. Let's hear about it. Maybe it was just my auntie that was singled out. I don't know. But according to her, she actually saw them collecting people's passport, other people's passport, and then they will come back and say, Auntie, do us right now, give us something. So it looks like she's not the only one. But let's hear about your experience in the comment section. So like I said, you can't just announce visa upon arrival if there is no visa upon arrival. Benny. And speaking of arrival, did you guys see Sowore's arrival in court last Tuesday? Jesus. According to Sahara reporters, Sowore showed up in court with spiritual leader. Ladies and gentlemen, Sowore, honestly, Sowore is a case. Me, I don't care who anybody's spiritual leader is. But Mr. Show, seriously, I feel like you're confusing people because during the election, you were going to churches. You also went to Mashalasi, you were going to mosque. Now you brought spiritual leader. This is what we call Bobo Nishe, which is fine if you tell people that you are a Bobo Nishe kind of person. For you, Sowore is a case. He got a lot of Nigerians to laugh with what he did though. But to be fair, I saw someone tweet about the fact that in the previous court hearing, he also brought a priest to court. So this is not the first time he's bringing a spiritual leader. Anyway, this is Sowore explaining why he brought a spiritual leader to court.
Every Nigerian can be represented in a court gallery, whether they are traditional priests, as you like to call them. And why would you call your own religion traditional when you call imported religions sophisticated or civilized? This is how we Africans undermine our own cultural beliefs and practices.
Okay, it's alright. I don't think anybody was insulting the man. Did anybody insult the man? I think Nigerians were just laughing with what they saw. Anyway, now to the serious issue, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move closer because I don't understand. When did it become a crime to criticize the president in a democratic country? An aide to the governor of Kano, a media aide, Tanko Yakasai, was fired by his boss simply because he criticized APC. His own party, he criticized APC, as well as Buhari on Twitter. So the next thing was the DSS picked him up. After the 300 schoolgirls were kidnapped. By the way, the schoolgirls have been released. So it's possible money has exchanged hands again. Me, I don't know. We're just glad that the girls are back. In any case, back to the aides to the governor of Kano. So the man was fired just because of a tweet at the Davis layer. So there are some DSS now that are monitoring people's tweets. Can you imagine? Hey, one, the devil is a liar. Anyway, the next thing was the DSS picked him up. Exactly what did the man say? The man said, clearly, we as APC government at all levels have failed Nigerians in the number one duty we were elected to do, which is to secure lives and properties. Not a single day goes by without some sort of insecurity in this land. This is a shame. Deal with terrorists decisively or resign. Did he lie in his tweet? He didn't lie. Oh, is there any lie in what? No, there was no lie in what he said. Has APC not failed Nigerians at every single level? If he was arrested for lying in his tweet now, that I understand. I understand that. But he did not lie. This same Buhari criticized Goodluck Jonathan when he was president. Did he criticize Goodluck Jonathan? Nobody picked him up at that time. The guy is even being respectful. If you notice, he did not even mention Buhari in his tweet. He just said deal with terrorists decisively or resign. And they picked him up. Hey, whoa, we're not ready, Nigeria. This government keeps pulling us backwards. When it comes to arresting terrorists, arresting kidnappers, you are a powerless government. You can't do anything. You are just full of talks. You just give them money. You are begging for amnesty for them. But when someone speaks up or stands up for the people, suddenly you will have the power and the strength to go after people for speaking out against the government. Do you guys know that they also tried to arrest Sunday Igboho? Why are you not afraid? They tried to arrest the man. Shekau, you cannot arrest. They said that they found food that Shekau harvested. The military was celebrating. We're happy for them that they found food. But what about Shekau? They cannot arrest Shekau. They are trying to arrest innocent people. Now, the shocking thing is the same government denied trying to arrest Sunday Igboho. I said, hey, can you imagine? Even though the video is online. It's all because they did not succeed in arresting the man. So they had to lie. They said it was a lie. You have no shame. Speaking of which, did you guys hear that some northerners were stopping trucks that were bringing food from the north to the southern part of Nigeria at Niger State just before they got into Kwara State? I said, what? Food items like tomatoes, beans, yams, cattle, pepper, and so on and so forth. They were packed by the roadsides in trucks. Some of them got spoiled. Some of them were diverted to Cameroon, some to Niger Republic, because they are upset with southerners pushing back against the influx of Fulani kidnappers in the south. I'm like, okay, so the good thing is the trucks have resumed carrying food to the southern part of Nigeria, but we're playing with fire in Nigeria, and our leaders don't even care. For how long would this go on? From what I read, it's not as if it's the northerners, it's just a group of northern people. They said that there were some thugs that were responsible for that. I don't know. But whatever the case case is, the government really needs to do something. How can some people just stop all these trucks from going? For how long would we do this? And this is why each region of the country should be independent in providing for its own needs. Don't say I didn't tell you. And speaking of needs, real quick, you guys help me out with this. You must have heard about the Nigerian man that sold his only car as a seed to Christ Embassy Church after he returned from London and started going to the church in Sowore. So I actually think that is when his family should have called him to order or called a family meeting, because I'm not saying that people shouldn't sow seed. I don't even know why any pastor will feel comfortable taking somebody else's car when that is his only car. So who is driving the car? Is it the pastor? While you are trekking in the name of seed? The devil is a liar. Anyway, when nothing happened after he gave that car away to the church, maybe he didn't see the breakthrough that they promised him yet. The man Kukuma saw the family house as a seed. The only problem is, even though they said that he has the lion's share in the construction of the house, it's not his house. His father still lives there. His siblings live there. There are tenants living there. There are shops there, only for the father to be told that the house now belongs to the church. Now, according to the father, they've been begging the pastor for more than a month to release the house document, to the pastor refused.
The family house we are living now with 4 tenants, my children, and a store. He has given it as a seed to Christ Embassy. We went to the church to see the senior pastor. Running up to 1 month now, they have refused to release the hard documents presented by my son Shadrach.
What do you think is the solution? Seriously, do you believe that God was the one that led him to sow that seed? Family house. More importantly, would God ask people to donate or sow a seed of something that doesn't belong to them 100%? I think the right thing for the church to do is to give the house back to the man. In fact, I think that the pastor needs to be disciplined, to be talked to. This is like scamming people. You cannot be collecting somebody's only car, watching them walking, trekking. Abba, seriously, that ain't right. Jesus will never do that. And you cannot be collecting somebody's family house when they have people living in the haba. In any case, I don't think Oyakilome knew about this. So you can say whatever you want to say. I don't think you should include Oyakilome, but now he should have known about this, and I'm very sure that the church will do the right thing and give the house back. Anyway, before we leave, the picture of the day comes from the World Trade Organization, where our very own Madam Ngozi is resuming her first day at work. So these are pictures from her first day at work. Congratulations once again. You guys now don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Chad, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what it is that we've done in Africa to deserve some of the leaders that we have. You know, sometimes people say a leader is a reflection of the people, that the people were the ones that elected their leaders. But in the case of Chad, Idris Deby came in through a coup in 1990, and he has been president since 1990, 2000, 2010, 2020. How about it's been 30 years, actually 31 years this year that the man has been president. And now he wants to run for the 6th term. 6th term in the coming election that is happening this October. Why? This man was 37 years old when he became president. 37. And now he's 68 and he doesn't want to leave. He doesn't even want young people at all to get into power. He changed the constitution in 2018 so that he could remain in power until 2033. That's another 12 years. Why are African leaders like this? That's exactly what the president of Rwanda did. Kagame wants to be in power till 2034. Is it that nobody else in all of Rwanda can do the job except for Kagame until 2034? The devil is a liar. So what happens after he leaves? So will they now find somebody? The sad thing is, Idris Deby in Chad is not only harassing opposition candidates, those that are trying to run against him, he's actually killing their family members. Opposition candidate Yaya Dillo was not only assaulted by security forces when they raided his house last Sunday, but guess what? He said 5 members of his family were killed in the raid, including his mom and his son. Wow. So because someone wants to run for president, you will kill their mother, their child, their family members? How can a man who became president at 37 years old be so desperate? And just as he wants, you know what he wants? It's for opposition members to withdraw their candidacy, and that is already happening. Opposition members are already withdrawing their candidacy. You know, after Salah Kebzabo saw what they did to Yaya Dillo, he said he's no longer running for president. He's also a candidate, an opposition candidate. And it's not as as if the people want Idris. In fact, when he declared that he's running for 6th term, people started protesting. Of course, there will always be people that will side with him in every situation. Chad is a country of 15 million people. And like I said, this is not a case of people voting for the same man. This is a case of a man who came in through coup in the name of defeating a dictator in 1990 and now becoming a dictator himself and not wanting to leave. Let me know what you guys think about what's happening in Chad. It's next to Nigeria, literally. You guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. And speaking of Rwanda, what is going on? Did you guys hear that Rwandan government got busted this week for lying? Okay, let me say it in a different way. For those that may not remember and those that have not been following, we've talked about how the government of Rwanda kidnapped the hero of the Hotel Rwanda movie. If you've seen that movie, Hotel Rwanda, yeah, Paul Rusesabagina from Dubai, and the government denied kidnapping him. The man was in Dubai on his way to Burundi, but after boarding the plane to Burundi, he found himself in Rwanda. And then the government arrested him, claiming that he went back to Rwanda of his own will. This is somebody that has been in exile for years. But while the minister was preparing for an interview with Al Jazeera recently, he had a meeting with his advisors who were telling him what to say, what not to say during the Al Jazeera interview. This was before the Al Jazeera interview. They told him not to admit that the government kidnapped the guy. And I don't know why. I don't know who messed up. I'm sure somebody would have been fired. But somebody apparently mistakenly sent the video of his meeting with his advisors to Al Jazeera.
I want to play a clip of what you said to your advisors about this, which was, again, somewhat different. Let's look.
Be cautious about that because he's looking for something that they could put out a press release about the interview.
So you thought I should have, for example, said I have no idea who paid?
Wow! So for you to understand what happened, here is a video where this minister insisted that the government of Rwanda did not know anything about how Rusesabagina ended up in Rwanda.
Are you saying that after living in exile, viewing himself as an enemy of the state, he decided to fly to Rwanda on his own accord?
Paul Rusesabagina arrived in Kigali voluntarily on a plane, and he was arrested by the Rwanda National Police.
Okay, but after Al Jazeera got the video of him with his advisors, the man changed what he said to Al Jazeera.
You do know who paid for the plane that transported Mr. Rusesabagina to Rwanda. The conversation you had with your advisors was whether or not to disclose it. Who did? Tell me who did.
Yeah, but did I tell you yesterday that I don't know who paid?
I'm asking who paid?
The government paid.
Wow. So Rwandan government paid for the flight that took the man from Dubai to Rwanda. So now we are getting somewhere. Again, why do African leaders lie? Why has this government of Kagame denied kidnapping the man since last year? Have you noticed that once someone becomes an opponent of Kagame, even if they leave Rwanda, the government goes after them? Why so desperate to silence people? As much as you want people to see Rwanda in a good light with all the development that is happening in Rwanda, without freedom, without people being able to express themselves, it's all a facade. You know, the gospel musician that we've talked about on this show, the one that was killed in prison, till today, the government said that he killed himself. And the list goes on and on and on. Even if Kagame is able to keep this up for now, it's only a matter of time. Someday he will have to leave that office, whether voluntarily or by fire by force. But he needs to treat his citizens as human beings. And I know that people will still come and defend him. Some people will say, well, he's doing well so long as there's development in Rwanda. But you just heard his minister saying that his government paid to kidnap a grown man from Dubai to Rwanda. How would you like to board a plane going that you are going to country B and then you end up in country R, which stands for Rwanda? Seriously? Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this development. You guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So before I leave, father, I'm so excited. So if you're a Nigerian in Canada, actually I take it back. If you're an African in Canada, because this is not just for Nigerians. Hey, well, in fact, this is not just for Africans. If you live in Canada, period, even if you're white, precisely if you live in Calgary, Calgary, Canada to be precise, and you are yet to visit this Nigerian restaurant, father, you are missing out. Ladies and gentlemen, if I haven't told you about Flavors Cuisine and Catering Service in Calgary, Canada, please forgive me that I haven't mentioned it on this show because, father, this restaurant, they are doing bebe in Calgary, Canada. You know, when Africans want to move somewhere in this America, there are some things that we consider. The number one thing is whether they have an African restaurant or not. Is there a Nigerian restaurant, a Ghanaian restaurant, an Ethiopian restaurant, a South African restaurant, a Kenyan restaurant? And then number two is whether there is racism in that state or not. is number one. I don't even care what anybody says. So this is very, very important. But in Calgary, this Nigerian restaurant is doing so well. I went there, and let me tell you, when you go to an African restaurant and you get there and you see white people, just know that they are doing really well. Just know that they know what they are doing. The fact that they can appeal to people of other race, to people of other culture, and they are going there, they are patronizing. It's not like a one-time thing. They keep going there every lunch break. They want to go and eat at this Nigerian restaurant. That is how good they are. They have everything from jollof rice, fried rice, dundu, whatever is it that you want. Snail, pepper soup. What is it that you want to eat that they don't have? And let me tell you about my experience when I went there. Oh, Father, they took great care of your girl. Everything. I ate puff puff. I ate pepper soup. I ate things that I haven't eaten in a long time.
But I feel bad eating when their food is not here, so I'm gonna leave this while we wait for their food to arrive. So it's not like I ate when they are yet to be served. So we are waiting for the food to come and the rest of what I ordered as well.
Madam, how's your food?
To me, so good.
It's so good. How's your food, ma?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. How's your food, cat? You see your life. Your food
amazing.
is not here because you went and ordered pounded yam.
You didn't wash your hands. You're supposed to wash your hands.
I know, I'm not gross.
Yeah, but you're supposed to wash. You need to wash your hands. My pepper soup is really good. You're welcome. This is the restaurant owner. Thank you so much.
Famous.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome.
We're praying for Kat as she's working on the pounded yam.
And then the event that I went for, they actually catered that event as well. So they're also doing catering service. So if you have a birthday party coming up, or you have a church event, a mosque event, whatever it is that you have coming up, if you live in Calgary or in the Calgary area, so long as you live in Alberta in Canada, it's worth the drive. Drive 2 hours, drive 4 hours to go and eat at this restaurant. Your life will not remain the same. Your life will not remain the same. So this is the address. Anyway, make sure that you check them out. Can you please find out whether they deliver? Do they deliver outside of Canada? Can they deliver some food to America? Because something, Father, it will be life changing. Please let us know if you guys deliver, because we would love to order something from here. So long as it doesn't spoil. They are the best. All right, guys, if you're yet to subscribe, we're getting close to 500,000 subscribers. What? Father. Make sure that you press the subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're yet to subscribe, we're watching you on Plasma TV. Until next time, I'm going to see you later. Peace out.